First meeting I ever had, I was like, we got to sign DMX, and they laughed at me. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX.
360 did it yourself? I wouldn't say I invented the 360 deals. What I needed to do, everybody has the ability to sign a contract and to roll with whomever they want to roll. To roll with me, I needed to have...
For the money, I never felt like... I later found out that he
In a recent interview, Gotti stirred controversy by claiming that Jay-Z was linked to DMX's death. He stated that DMX died from a mix of crack and fentanyl, exacerbated by COVID-19. This remark quickly drew backlash, with 50 Cent and Swizz Beatz responding strongly.
You got to meet Big, though.
Yeah, he said. I was on tour with Big. Me, Mike Geronimo, Big, Craig Mack.
Crazy. He was Mike Geronimo DJ?
I put the nigga on.
I'm asking you at the time. Come on, calm down. Calm down. We know where this is going. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go there.
Even when Jay and Dame was like, yo, Gotti's our DJ, I was way more than a fucking DJ.
But ain't nothing wrong with the DJ now. Come on.
No, there's nothing wrong with the DJ, but I was way more than a nigga playing records and keeping it together. Or playing together.
Right. To my Rockefeller.
Yes.
Because Dame said you fucked everything up. Did you hear him say that on the internet?
I don't listen to Dame. Does anyone listen to Dame anymore?
The internet does. He's lit on the internet.
Yeah, he's lit on the internet?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yes.
Good for him, but I don't give a fuck about what Dame Dash says.
But y'all was all right. Y'all was all like together. Chimbaye.
Chimbaye? I like that no more.
Upper echelon had to move on.
I mean, I fucks with Jay. I fucks with Biggs. You know, Dame just has his certain ways and certain things, and it's all good.
He doesn't call you a culture vulture.
I can't be called a culture vulture. I am the culture, yeah. But I heard what he said. He was like, oh, that's fucking Gotti. Let me just explain that situation.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Jay makes
Take Over.
Nas drops Ether.
Let me probably slowing you down. Were you in the studio when Jay made Take Over or no?
No.
Okay, so you get to hear it afterwards. This is hot. Let's be clear. The first time we heard Take Over was Hot 97 Summer Jam. This was, I believe, the same German jam that he brung out Michael Jackson in, right? And then in between, I could be a little bit off by something. And then he said, tell Nas we don't want it with hoes. And no one actually thought that was a record. People thought it was a freestyle. And then the record drops.
I mean, Jay had what Jay felt was a super card.
Right. The ace in the hole.
His ace in the hole was, I'm fucking your bitch.
And the Joker. That's the Joker. The ace in the hole was...
So he thought, that's why he's like, yeah, he wanted it. Jay's a bastard.
All right.
He wants to be number one.
All right.
So he gonna pick a fight or whatever because he wants everyone to know, nigga, you not me.
All right.
All right, so boom. Ether fucks the whole shit up, right?
Right.
Fuck Jay-Z. Want to still Ether. That record to this day is like, I don't know what mindset.
I was in the club with Nas the other day and it came on. We both put our head down.
So
we didn't want nothing to do with it. Like, you heard us.
So hard.
I was like, I did it. I see his head down too. I was like, oh
No,
shit.
no.
Like, you know,
So,
kid you not, yeah.
that record is so hard, you know?
Right.
Like, he told me though, I think his mother died. When Jay came at him, he was dealing with his mother dying.
Damn.
So I think that kind of helped
it.
Fuel that monumental record.
Right.
Yeah. And so Ether comes out. So I'm in my office.
Before any official report, 50 Cent called Gotti an idiot, while Swizz Beatz also criticized him. Fans were outraged, deeming it a low blow. Gotti later apologized, stating he was simply sharing what he believed was known and meant no harm.
Let me explain.
Okay, cool.
I'm in my office. I'm minding my business. This nigga Jay is in my office every day.
Hot 97 Battle of the Beats. This happens yet? No.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, that happened.
Yeah, because that's when people could clear that Nas won.
No, that didn't happen because it happened with Super Ugly.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
So the nigga is in my office every day. Now, if you know Jay isn't the type of dude that's gonna openly ask for help or openly ask for anything. So every day. So by the third day, I'm like, what's up? I hit her in there. I'm like, what's up, nigga? Was fucking with you, was bothering you? He said, yeah, Gotti.
Oh, shit.
Just fucking with me. I said, you want to get him? He said, yeah, I want to get him. So in my mind, I'm like, you've been saying all this, you do something, you gonna basically air out his bitch. Right? He been saying little things. So we went to Baseline.
Dame Dash is not around.
Dame Dash was never around.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I mean, he wasn't around like Hov is Hov, nigga.
Right.
Don't get it fucked up. Hov don't need nobody.
Right.
Once Hov got on, he was the guy I would be like, he didn't need nobody.
Right.
Like X needed people around him to help him.
Right.
Ja needed me to help him.
Right.
Hov,
Right.
once he got on, he didn't need nobody. He could do it all himself. He'll pick the beats, go fuck with the producer. He didn't need nobody. So we go in there, I put on a Super Ugly beat, and he does what he does. Talk about his bitch. No one cared.
At the time, I could tell, like, I wasn't in the studio session, but I could tell you thought that was hard.
In all honesty, I thought he did what he was saying he's gonna do. Now, did I think it was the hardest shit? No. Because in retrospect, you would have asked me Ether or Super Ugly, I would have been like, yo, Ether, yeah. Like, you serious? This is a free, and I didn't want to get in that arena. So I'm using another nigga beat. I didn't make a beat. It's a freestyle. Ether's a record. Takeover's a record. You want to do a battle, do Takeover and Ether. I think Ether still wins. Right? But do that. You did a freestyle where he just was rhyming or whatever. So that's the exact story of how that came about. And it was funny because my nigga Preem and shit, when Preem heard it, because after Super Ugly, that's when radio did the...
Because wasn't it two beats, Super Ugly and something else?
It was Super Ugly and Ether, and they put them together, and it was...
Also about the J record, didn't you mix two different beats, or it was only Super Ugly?
Just Super Ugly.
Okay, cool.
So, now, the nigga Preem, he was like, nah, man, J shit ain't right. And I was like, word? I said, you ain't fucking with it? He said, you know, he said, real niggas don't really give a fuck about talking about a bitch. So when Preem said that, I was like, oh shit. Preem was like, you know, saying you fucked the bitch or this nigga's bitch or whatever. But then, you know, it's all timing. Because it worked for Pac. Right? That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat mother.
Jesus.
It worked for him.
Still good. It still hurt. It's like,
it sounds crazy.
You said it still hurt. Good.
Right, it worked, but it worked for him. It didn't work for Jay. And Ether just avalanched him after that.
Like Tupac going to jail worked for him. A lot of people going to jail doesn't work for them.
Right. Tupac going to jail definitely gave him more of an edge, more of the credibility.
Gotti's comments have ignited strong backlash, splitting the hip-hop community. Fans and artists criticized him for spreading false information and worsening the grief over DMX's death. This time, the backlash hit harder due to DMX's respected legacy.
Truthful opinion, though. Jay-Z, he made Reasonable Doubt, which is, you know, one of the greatest rap albums ever. Biggie died. He went and ran to the Biggie formula. So he figured, I'll get all them great records that they was about to give Big. but that wasn't his energy. He made that album, he didn't f with none of us. It was a Bad Boy Hitman album. Sunshine, You Belong to the Streets. Oh, Jay especially, he looked and seen what I did with X and was like, whoa, holy that worked. His Volume 1 album sold like platinum. X comes out, sells 5. So now he's looking for he's in my office a little bit more now at Def Jam. Jay's in there and he's vibing. He's like, yeah. He said, yo, what's this? I said, oh, it's a record I'm doing with Ja. And I said, yeah, Ja got a hook. And Ja was like, yeah, can I get a f you to these all of my bitches who don't got the. Jay leaves the office. 5 minutes later, oh, what up? Yo, let me get that record and I'm like, what record? He's the record y'all doing. This hot. So I put him on the phone with Ja. Ja gave him the flow, the hook. Now Jay may get mad at me for saying that, but again, it's the f***ing truth, man. Like, what the f***, man? If you're mad at me for saying the truth, then I'm sorry, yo. When he dropped Hard Knock Life, it was a quick impact. It got him on David Letterman, it got him on, you know what I'm saying? It got him everywhere, but it was a quick burn. It was bing, bing, gone. Can I Get It stayed on the charts for almost a year. Then what helped sell that album? Money Cash Hoes. Money Cash Hoes was Jay coming around after X is f***ing the biggest in the world and saying, let me get some Swiss beats. I get X, we come, that's that picture with me, Jay and X in Hit Factory like this. It was a great moment for me because they always had friction because they battled and X like hated them. Jay really didn't give a f, but Jay was always, they was always on some competitive. That's just the truth, sorry. That session for Money Cash Hoes was ill. Hunters, Rockefeller, Rough Riders, all in there. And that's when I was like, yo, this is a tour. It's the hottest in the world in this motherfucker right now. We need to, you know, and that it sparked the idea of the Hard Knock.
The controversy over Gotti's claims about DMX's death and Jay-Z's alleged involvement is escalating. Jane Deal, a former bodyguard for Diddy, has entered the fray with his own accusations, further fueling the situation.
I don't know if you've seen this video. You should have seen the video. It went viral. It was a real big video, man. It went viral, man. And his name is Uncle Run. And he claims that he used to work for Puffy. He was one of Puffy bodyguards. And he said that Puffy offered him $30,000 to kill Biggie for his publishing. How you feel about that, yo? And do you know this guy?
Well, first and foremost, you gotta realize this. Anybody can come on this internet and say anything, right? And do a lot of attention because people even calling me, asking me about him, you know, and I don't know him from a can of paint. He even mentioned my name saying that I know what I know. I don't know what he knows, but I do know this, that it's only 3 people that had contracts with Puff and Bad Boy. Me, Wolf, and Paul Alford. If he didn't come through Paul Alford Security, Green Gate Security, he didn't have a contract with Puff. Because anybody who worked for Puff, other than me and Wolf, came through Green Gate Security. That was Paul's security thing. Especially at the time that he was saying that he worked for Puff. Or Puff offered him $30,000. Now, anybody knows this, that Bad Boy took 50% of all this artist publishing, right? 50% of all the artist publishing straight out the rip. Then Puff gave Big $200,000 for the rest of his publishing. So what publishing did he was trying to get and keep from Puff? You understand? What publishing was Puff was trying to get when he already had it? He had already paid for it. What part of the catalog was he talking about? I don't understand that. And then he said that Puff offered him $30,000. I can't say he lied, but I can say that he wasn't a part of Bad Boy Security that I know. I knew everybody who worked during them days. You understand? And I don't know dude from a can of paint.
So whoever this Uncle Ron dude is, he's a liar then. He's a fraud.
Is he a fraud? Bruh, he's what he is. He wasn't part of our security that I knew of. Not at that time. He never been on no trips with us. He never been at no parties, no nothing. So is he a fraud? The internet will have the real niggas looking fake and the fake niggas looking real. Put it together. How could he want Biggie publishing when he already had it? That's where he fucked up at. That's where he fucked up at. How you want something that you already own?
Yeah, you right. You right.
I know I am. That's where he fucked up at. Bad Boy owns 50% of the shit already as an artist. They got 100%. Bad Boy takes 50% right off the top. Then he gave Big $200,000 for the rest of his publishing. So now the other stuff goes to the producers or whatever, of the music. So what is he talking?
Gene Deal, known for exposing figures like Diddy and their alleged shady dealings, is using Gotti's comments to highlight questionable practices in hip-hop. He suggests that power players like Diddy and Jay-Z manipulate events and people for their own gain.
Irv Gotti and Jay Prince about the distribution company they was trying to make. How do you know for a fact that Puffy told the police? So if you don't mind, can you break that down some more, yo, for the people?
Because it wasn't the police, it was the feds, one of the persons who was with them. So you got to understand this, right? Suge Knight was bringing terror onto Uptown Records, had them scared. You understand? Had them scared. That's why Andre Harrell would hire a person like Bill Whitfield that was a strong dude that didn't care about nothing and that would do his thing against somebody or anybody. He did everything to protect Andre Harrell. But and this is the situation, Suge was extorting them and they thought that he was using extortion tactics. You understand? To get Mary J. Blige's contract right, to get Jodeci contract right. And it was this other person, I don't know, it was Jeff Red, I don't know who it was, but it was somebody else in Uptown Records that he was helping to try to get their contracts right. Because they wasn't getting no points, no publishing, they wasn't getting nothing but show money. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when Puff, Kirk Burroughs, that's the other person that was with them, they go up to the feds with all this paperwork, you understand? And I mentioned this before, you understand? They not only talking about the extortion stuff, they talking about how they trying to be made to have this what you call this promotion, this distribution thing. And which I'm finding out they wasn't even gonna be a part of it until later. But they was in fear, like they was trying to be made to be a part of this whole distribution thing that Suge Knight was trying to build up with Rockefeller, because it was Dame Dash, it was Irv Gotti, it was Jay Prince, and Death Row.
Gene Deal's reaction to Gotti's claims complicates the situation and raises questions about his credibility as a former friend of Diddy. His willingness to speak out aligns with Gotti's stance and creates a mix of accusations that draws media attention.
I know who's this and who's that and want to go back and say, yo, how do you know? It came from the horse's mouth. He said he got all the paperwork to prove it. Kirk Burroughs said it plenty of times, but nobody won't sit down with him. I mean, like, you won't get none of these, these radio stations and all this stuff like that to sit down with him. He said, I got the paperwork. He got files from the from the DEA and the FBI, all that stuff like that. He got plenty of paperwork behind this whole stuff. But people want to get on here and say, yo, because they not privileged, you understand, directly from the people who was involved and you get a person like me that don't give a damn, and I repeat it and tell it, oh, dude capping, dude looking for attention. No, it happened. Now other people coming out talking about it, they're putting Jay-Z was a part of it. They telling their story, and it all is coincide what we said years ago, when we said on platforms before, when we said on your show before. So I can't worry about what these cats are saying. They doing it for the views, bruh. They doing it because they don't have nothing else to talk about. Like I said before, they're gonna look at this and make a show about it. Keep helping that platform, Art.
So Puffy told, but Jay-Z, I didn't know about that. So Jay-Z, he told you?
Said that years ago, man. Said that years ago. What are you gonna do? They gonna do whatever. Yo, listen to me. They're the reason why rap in New York went down the drain. They made sure that these young cats didn't come up with platforms and didn't come up with situations. Like Jay-Z, let me tell you something. Jay-Z and it's funny. It's funny. We were talking about how Puff and Ja Rule was cool. But at one time, Puff was trying to trick Ja Rule into going at Jay-Z. That whole weekend that he was with Sarah. The whole weekend they was in that hotel room. That day they was in that hotel room. Always coming back on that G5 jet. He was trying to talk Ja Rule into going at Jay-Z. But now him and
The hip-hop community remains on high alert, scrutinizing every new detail and its implications as more voices join the conversation. Gotti's shocking claims and Gene Deal's supporting comments continue to fuel the ongoing rumors.
The Death Row days. Did you ever have any interactions or stories with Aaliyah by any chance?
Aaliyah, no. You know, no, we didn't. Aaliyah was a little young. That's why I always laugh at, we all know what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah and how he had her at a young age. But the person that get mixed, the person that gets neglected, and you know, I know in the 90s was different. A lot of older guys messed with the girls that were under 17 years of age. And you know, now we're a little more educated because of the talk shows with Oprah that we went through, and Dr. Phil and stuff like that. Even Ricky Lake and all of that. We realized that it wasn't so cool messing with the underage young ladies. I never had an attraction for someone younger. I always looked and had an attraction for older women, so I probably didn't have that problem. But then everybody that I fucked with did. Everybody, all of them. No names mentioned yet. But I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Y'all see this picture of Jay-Z with Aaliyah when she was underage? Y'all forgot about Jay, huh? We only know about Damon Dash messing with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Fox Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you bad. Before that song came out, we used to hear it. I used to tell shit. I was like, woo, that shit. Him and Mystical, those were two songs that were hot. That it took like a year before it got, well, I'll say to the West Coast. I don't know.
That's a serious accusation against Jay-Z. Gotti has already stirred up controversy with his claims about DMX's death, and now Gene Deal, a former bodyguard, is adding to the drama with his own divisive comments. Additionally, ongoing rumors about Jay-Z's past include allegations of questionable relationships.
But I'm just saying all that to say, Foxy was young then as well. And so all of these guys and the underage young ladies was running rapid in the 90s. And so that's all I remember. That's all I think about, you know, with the DeBarge and Janet Jackson situation. That's all I think about and I can remember about Aaliyah, my wife's favorite artist. She loved the hell out of Aaliyah. It was a tragic how she died. You know, trying to rush back to get to Damon Dash on the plane. You know, and what happened is the Bahamians let her fly out and their plane was overloaded or full. That's the one thing that I didn't like about when I traveled to our black countries like the Bahamas and Jamaica and all of them. The officials there, we used to have to bribe them $100 to make the rules pass, to let us in with the dogs that we didn't have properly cleaned, or you know, the not search our bags or whatever, or to sneak away with a whole bunch of cigars and stuff like that. But in Mexico, one thing about the motherfucking Mexican authorities, that number used to be 5 G's, 5,000 and stuff like that. And I used to laugh. I was like, damn, black folks is easily bribable. They so cheap. They don't understand the value that they be having. But yeah, that's all I got on Aaliyah, really. It's a talent. That's another person that life was taken too soon. That was a talent. Wonder what she would be now. Her, Pac, Big Pun.
It doesn't surprise many that voices like Deals are raising concerns, suggesting there might be more to these stories. The ongoing accusations hint at potential truth behind the rumors, and industry insiders believe Jay-Z has much to explain.
But I wanted to get your thoughts on it specifically. It's an old clip from Drink Champs where Diddy shows up and he's Noriega's trying to get, you know, a drink for him or whatever, and Diddy says, "I like that, daddy. I like it when you're scrambling and scraping for stuff." What do you think when he calls guys daddy? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, didn't he do that to Meek Mills as well and stuff in a pool or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been telling us. I told y'all when he was singing Happy Birthday to French Montana and they sitting in there in the house in the morning time, no females around with their shirts off. I've been telling y'all just didn't want to hear it. Y'all want to believe what y'all see on videos and stuff like that. I love what the White Jew was like. He broke it down great for y'all. He was like, man, I went to a Diddy party.
It's like now a documented thing that I saw him like at a party in Miami. Like I was at a party in Miami that I should not have been at, like some real black excellence shit that I was not deserving to be at, but I went with a DJ. Yeah. And I took ecstasy and I ended up wandering around. We're in some mansion on Star Island and I end up walking, I guess it was his mansion. And it's all like just hot. It's all hot black people. Yeah. And then just like one moron with an afro. And everyone's like, when you had an afro. They're like, whose man is this? Yeah. But I came in and I basically saw him. I walked in a room I shouldn't have walked into and I saw him like hooking up with a dude. Basically, like full spooning situation. This guy, Felix the House Cat, who's like a producer. Whatever. I then told the story on a podcast and then his people called me and were like, you need to say you were joking. Like say you're a funny guy and like you made it up for the views. And I was like, but I did not. I saw it. And he saw me when I came in.
Were you like a little scared?
Yeah, because everyone in the room like stopped because I opened the door and was like, is this the bathroom? And everyone was like, no, this is a room where like celebrities, like male celebrities hook up. It's like some glitterati shit. Yeah. And then he basically had people call me and like threaten me and like tell me that if I didn't take it back and say I was joking.
And you still didn't.
New rumors about Jay-Z and Diddy are circulating, suggesting their friendship goes beyond business. Whispers hint that they spend a considerable amount of time together when they're out.
And they wouldn't air it. Ebro, who does the morning show on Hot 97, so Hot 97 always kept me on a pre-record because they were like, what are you gonna say? Yeah. They would never let me do a live interview. And I told the story and then afterwards he was like, I'm not gonna run this interview because like Diddy's insane and he blew up Kid Cudi's car.
Hey man, people telling it. People been telling it. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, I remember when he started speaking on stuff. What happened to him? I'll be sure. I don't know. Reggie just make up shit. Just be talking. Just because y'all don't see stuff and y'all don't want to open your eyes, don't hate on that. Don't hate on the messenger. Hate the message. I know I said that backwards, but that's how y'all supposed to do it, because I'll be telling you, I'll be giving y'all game and the message about these dudes, you know. It's obvious, y'all. Come on. Everybody been telling it. People that don't like him speak on it. You know, people were fearful of Puffy. Puffy was the first one, really. We give, I think, 50 Cent credit for making a lot of money with that vitamin water, and Dre a lot of credit for making that money with the beats and all of that. But Puffy had got up there, and Puffy was out there, and he, you know, had a little gangster in him. Even though he was, you know, like to go that other route. But you'll find out a lot of y'all favorite gangsters and tough guys and guys in prison and coming back home telling all the great stories on YouTube and that we look up to, or you guys in the ghettos look up to. I live around them, but white folks. But all you people that, you know, out there doing all of that, you know, y'all look up to and all of that, you niggas was booty bandits, man. Booty bandits. Not saying all of them, but a lot of them. Keep fucking with me, I'll start calling names.
Jay-Z has been largely silent lately, likely to avoid the Diddy scandal. With multiple lawsuits against Diddy for alleged sexual misconduct, Jay-Z appears eager to stay out of the controversy.
Yeah, I spoke to Keefy D's son, and all that shit the motherfucker told me he got beat up in jail, all that shit is lies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ain't nobody touched him in jail.
Aren't they facing some more charges, though? Him and his son for going after one of the witnesses?
It's a possibility.
Yeah, that's not going to look good, because they're going to put that in this Keefy D's trial.
But he's gonna beat that case, man.
It's possible, man. It's very possible he beats.
All circumstantial evidence. He did the best thing he could do. Trial by judge. Judge has to find the letter of the law. Follow the letter of the law.
I guess there was a situation where Tupac found out Jay-Z had a show in Las Vegas.
Right.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah. I don't know how Pac found out that Jay-Z had a show, but Jay-Z was not coming out that room. He had to call Chaz, which Chaz called Big D. Big D called Eric B. Eric B and them called Suge Knight, and they called, and Suge said, yo man, that ain't me, that's Pac with his wild ass. And Suge Knight told Pac to give Jay-Z a pass so he could go do his concert or his show, because Jay wasn't coming out that room, you know, to do nothing.
Do you know why Tupac was so mad at Jay-Z?
I can't say why he was mad at him, bro. But you know, I think Jay had did that song with Big, right? Was Pac alive when he did that song with Big? Brooklyn Finest or whatever?
Man, the part that people are saying Pac might have been mad about was the part where Biggie kind of made a reference to Pac, where he's like, two Pacs, if Faith get pregnant, she'll probably have two Pacs. Get it? Two Pacs. And so, yeah, this would have been out because the album came out in June 25th, 1996 was the day that Reasonable Doubt was released.
Yeah, so that Reasonable Doubt came out June 1996?
Yes, Reasonable Doubt came out in June 1996.
All right, so then that would get Pop would be mad. He did a song with Big. Remember Pac said that he came out there with the Hawaii silky fame or something like that?
Yeah, he started going in on Jay. He also, from what I understand, took shots.
On social media, 50 Cent has been mocking Jay-Z, accusing him of abandoning his longtime friend and trying to avoid the spotlight. He has shared images suggesting that Jay-Z is skipping public events until the controversy settles down.
Cut it out. If you listen to it, you can still hear it on the internet. With all these people coming out against Diddy, do you think more people are going to come out?
There's a lot of people that, you got to realize is that everybody think, oh, everybody's coming out now. It's a lot of people that wanted to bring stuff out long time ago, but the lawyers wouldn't take it. The lawyers wouldn't deal with it. Cassie opened up a floodgate for lawyers to look at people's cases now and say, yeah, we might can get some money out of that. We might can do that. Yeah, he did abuse you. Nobody really cared at first. But now they see that a lot of this stuff may have some truth to it and the people can be paid for it. They coming out.
I've seen that you've actually talked to some victims behind the scenes.
Yep.
I mean, without naming any names, what all can you tell me about that?
Well, I don't want to talk about what they confided in me, but it's a lot of stuff that has been going on, and like there's tapes that are running around with women. There's tape that is running around with women, and they want to get a hold of those tapes so they could bring them, to the lawyers. And those tapes do exist, but it's going to be hard for them to get because a lot of people don't want them to know that they was in those tapes and they was a part of it. But it is what it is.
Speaking of tapes, Little Rod says he has a ton of video footage and that Diddy had him following him with the camera, doing all types of these illegal activities. Was there cameras around a lot back in the day?
Nah. Back in the day, they didn't do that. They didn't even allow people to take pictures of it. So we didn't have those cameras like that. There was a few cameramen, Alex and this Spanish dude, they was allowed to take certain pictures, but only when you told, they asked you to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, there's footage. There's footage.
Recent reports suggest that Beyoncé may be fed up with Jay-Z's alleged secrets. With their relationship under scrutiny, rumors are circulating that their marriage is strained due to Jay's ties with Diddy. If true, this could be a breaking point for Beyoncé.
That Diddy gave at the Shine was convicted.
That's interesting. Okay. Diddy threw a party for him beating his case, I take it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything on there, or it's just a normal party?
Just a normal party.
I mean, was this just a normal party, or was this like a Diddy party?
It's a normal party. It's a normal Diddy party. Because you got to realize he was normal back then. He was the normal Diddy back then. Now he brother love.
Okay, well, I guess there was a situation with Diddy and a rapper, and they were in a hotel room for hours.
Who was that?
That you kind of talked about. I believe it was Ja Rule.
Nah, bro. No. Stop it. Yo, Cam. Diddy had Sarah and Sarah's girlfriend, right? He was trying to use them to go at Ja Rule so Ja Rule could go at Jay-Z. He was trying to set Ja up and try to have those girls, you know, throw themselves on Ja Rule in the hotel room, and they was all in the room together. When I got into an altercation with a guy who tried to get in the room, Puff and Ja Rule ran out. And when they ran out, because of the commotion, they was grabbing towels because they was naked when they came out. So he was in there, they both was in there with women.
Okay, I see. Well, that's what's up, man. All right, well, Gene, man, I appreciate your time.
Yo, Cam, thank you for letting me explain myself, man. You know, because like I said before, man, they always want to blame the accusers, but they never want to blame and put the blame on the abusers. And I appreciate Cam TV